There it is.
Yes. So
Okay.
this is this is me taking, this is the feminine side, and me taking four of them and stacking them on each other. My wife ran one string of lights down the middle of it, but watch as this spins.
What is this that I'm looking at?
I call it a light sculpture. It's my transcendental lighting.
Wow.
A new form of lighting.
This is insane. This looks like a psychedelic experience.
But this is repeating, this is rebuilding and predicting the wave field, the entire wave field of how it behaves. That's what the magnetic field
Show
does.
me that again, Jimmy.
That's why I call it transcendental lighting, because you could sit up there sober and get taken into an entirely new place. And I just spent it. I have it on a little string at the top, and I just turned it.
Yeah, if you just make one of these and have it rotating on some sort of a engine, people would just trip balls staring at that.
And nobody is, it's like I can completely change the lighting industry. And that's just one of the conjugations. Inside of there, the gift that I gave you, you'll see how the magnetic field bonds, it interacts with itself, how they overlap. If you take those
All
off
the
of
different
there.
ones.
Yeah, take those off of there. That's the electric field. What you have right there, all those are define the electric field, and you see they're contractive.
Mm-hmm.
But inside of there, you'll see that the magnetic field.
How did you make these?
I take acetate, and they might think I take acid. I take acetate, and draw out the flour on it, and I take the pieces of the flour, and then I use a soldering.
So you make all these by hand?
Build all those by hand. So what?
This is crazy.
That right there is the light. If you take that right there, what you're holding in your hand. If you
this?
no,
This?
take where
This?
6 bubbles meet.
This one?
That is the decay. This is electric, and this is the magnetic side of it. This is that at its decay. This is when the light is expanded out. This is the decay of the light field when it becomes a magnetic thing, a magnetic expression. Light is blue. No, electricity is blue. Light comes out in yellow and red.
And how is this concept of taking these forces and converting them or representing them as these shapes, how is this received?
Nobody has responded to it. They won't. The universities. I went to Morgan State because of a really, really beautiful brother brought me up there to Morgan State because he saw these things. Yeah, no, I'm good. He saw these things, and we set up an entire presentation at Morgan State. Dr. Bardwell, even though we've got 3 papers that's been peer-reviewed, the geometry of the proton and the tetryon, that's been peer-reviewed. He said there's no way this guy knows any of this stuff. And so he knows any of the things inside of here. So no one from the science departments showed up. So they bust in children from different schools, and I talked to them, and I showed them how the universe worked. And then they brought like 20 PhDs from outside that came in, and I showed them how the universe really behaves.